Greetings, mathematicians. Today we're looking at example 4, simplifying complex fractions by method 2, which is eliminating fractions. Now, if you're looking at example 4 and you're wondering where are the fractions, well, these exponents raised to negative numbers are actually going to be rewritten as fractions. So x to the negative 1 can be written as 1 over x. So there's my 1 over x. There's my minus sign. X to the negative 2 is 1 over x squared. So all of that's going to get divided by 1, which is going to stay 1 for now. And actually, we'll write it as a fraction, 1 over 1. And then it's going to be plus 2 times x to the negative. And actually, with that 2x to the negative 1, I just want to focus on that really fast. So for example, this 2x to the negative 1 is equal to 2 times 1 over x. Remember, x to the negative 1 is 1 over x. So this right here actually is going to be 2 times 1, 2 divided by x. So this is really 2 over x. So that's actually what I'm going to be writing here. So 1 over 1 plus 2 over x, and then minus sign 3 times x to the negative 2. So we're going to follow the same pattern here. It's going to be 3 over x squared. So now method 2 says we need to find the LCD of looking at all the individual fractions. So here it's only x. Here it's x squared, 1x, and x squared. So x is a unique factor here. X is also a unique factor here, but it's raised to the second power. The rules for LCD say the unique factor must be raised to the highest power it shows up in any denominator. So it's going to be x squared for everything. So this is going to be, and I'll write it over here, our LCD is going to be x squared. So that is what needs to be multiplied to every term in the numerator, every term in the denominator to get rid of fractions. So that's going to look like x squared times 1 over x. And I'm just going to go ahead and write it here first, minus 1 over x squared. And then I have x squared times 1 over 1 plus 2 over x minus 3 over x squared. So this is going to be distributive property. I do have, so basically x squared times 1 over x minus x squared times 1 over x squared, and then the denominator x squared times 1 over 1 plus x squared times 2 over x minus x squared times 3 over x squared. So I'm going to apply distributive property here to each term. So x squared times 1 over x, then bring the minus sign, x squared times 1 over x squared. That's it for the numerator. And the denominator x squared times 1 over 1, bring the plus sign, x squared times 2 over x, and minus sign x squared times 3 over x squared. Extend that fraction bar, everything is there. So now I can start simplifying. X squared times 1 is x squared, and x squared divided by x is just x. So x stays in the numerator. And again, you can simplify that here. X squared divided by x is x, simplifies to x over 1. So x times 1, 1x. And then I'm going to subtract, bring my minus sign, x squared times 1 is x squared divided by x squared is 1, and you can see that it simplifies. X squared divided by x squared is 1 over 1, so x minus 1 is what's in the numerator. In the denominator, I have x squared times 1 over 1, which is really just x squared times 1. I just have x squared. And here, plus sign, bring the plus sign down. X squared times 2 is 2x squared. 2x squared divided by x is 2x, and we can simplify that. X squared divided by x is x, simplifies to x over 1. So 2 times divided by 1 is 2 times x is 2x. So I'm adding 2x. And then here, minus x squared times 3 over x squared. Well, x squared times 3 is 3x squared. 3x squared divided by x squared is just 3. And we can also get that answer by simplifying x squared divided by x squared, which simplifies to 1 over 1. So I'm really just subtracting 3. And let's put all of that in the denominator, so extend that fraction bar out. The numerator can no longer be factored further, but the denominator can. It's a factorable quadratic trinomial. So since the a value is 1, I need two numbers that multiply to give me negative 3, but when I add them, give me positive 2. So that's going to be, my numbers are going to be positive 3 and negative 1. So 3 times negative 1 gives me negative 3, and 3 plus negative 1 gives me 2. So the numerator stays the same, x minus 1, but factoring the denominator, again, that's going to be x plus 3 times x minus 1. 3 times negative 1 gives me my negative 3, and 3 plus negative 1 gives me my positive 2. And now I have identical factors. X minus 1 divided by x minus 1 simplifies to 1 over 1, and that is going to equal 1 in the numerator, has to be there, divided by x plus 3, and that is your final answer.